Culita. I didn't go that much.
So, what's up, everybody?
It's been a while.
I feel like we say that all the time. It's been a while, but unfortunately,
pandemics
kind of screw everything up. So when we started doing this thing again, we kind of had a new idea of going around to the local places here
that we actually go, not just showing up.
Not just showing things off, but places that we like to go to, places that we like to hang out. We wanted to start doing a little bit more of touring the city and kind of showing everybody the cool things that we think are going on within the city and what's happening like that. But unfortunately, pretty much after the last one,
at Moan, it was like a week later.
Like a week later,
after we posted it.
That the whole COVID thing just kind of took to the next level and kind of threw everything off.
We kind of made fun of it on the at the
end. But unfortunately, that happened, and we haven't really been able to do much since. But it's, I guess, as of now, things are still kind of crappy. But we kind of figured we'll just go back to maybe just for now at least something that we just like to do, have fun, talk a little bit, make stupid jokes that we always make. But yeah, I mean, right now everyone's still kind of like COVID sucks.
It does, and fucking going back to another lockdown apparently. So
yeah, I mean, hopefully not, dude. That's gonna suck if we do. But I mean,
yeah, why did we open 25%?
That's how it goes, man. Unfortunately, the dollar is a powerful thing, and people don't seem to understand how serious this crap really can be. But I mean,
fucking Ross.
Everyone stay in your homes, chill. I know it sucks. We all want to go out, have fun, but it's for the greater good. Don't be selfish assholes.
And then I'm over there going everywhere. I'm just kidding. It's my job, guys. It's my job.
Yeah. So Alex gets to go out and work and actually work at his office.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, so for time being, we just kind of said we're gonna come back and just kind of maybe do a little bit of our normal podcast that we were doing before, kind of talking about things that we see going on, things that we like, things that we enjoy. Those that like it, cool. If not, oh well.
We don't have time to read your stuff. I don't know how to read.
But yeah, so I mean, with all this COVID thing, I mean, I think everyone's kind of been doing their own little things here and there, finding ways to cope, finding things to do inside their homes. And I think one of those things, everyone's kind of been binge watching a lot of things and kind of going back and watching like a lot of series of movies. One of the things that I think if you've seen the other podcasts that you kind of know that me and Alex are both big on movies, especially when it comes to the Marvel stuff. We're kind of like,
a little bit.
We get a little crazy on those. So he started watching them.
Oh, yeah, I guess
all of them, right? And
the whole reason, how did I start it? I was, because I usually don't sleep. I couldn't sleep. I was like, you know what? I don't remember Iron Man 2. And I started watching it. I was like, it's not as bad. Like, it's not a bad movie. Like, I should have had like a lot of good shit. And then the next morning, I was like, I'm just gonna watch the whole thing. So I looked for the actual, not the way they released, the storyline, how it should go. I guess timeline.
Chronologically.
Yeah, chronologically. And then I saw the Renew one, which has the fucking shows. So I was like, fuck that. Because it's like it was Captain America, of course, the first one. And then watched Agent Carter season something to something.
Yeah.
And then Captain Marvel. And then Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. season something to something. It was like that. I was like, fuck that. I'm not going to watch the shows. And then when he got to like the Daredevil shows and all that, it's like, just haven't even finished Daredevil. Which I should, but
I only watched the first season of that show. I never watched beyond it.
Second season, first season, like a lot of people don't think about it just because, or they don't think about the Netflix shows being part of the MCU, but it is on the MCU. Like they talk about what happened in New York for Avengers 1. Yeah. Spider-Man, Peter Parker comes out on Daredevil in the background. A lot of the actors actually come in background, like at the shows, just to, like, oh shit. It's part of the MC universe. But yeah, like I started watching it and it took me 2 weeks. 2 weeks to watch 22 movies.
23.
23. Oh yeah, I forgot about 20. I was just phase 3, I guess. 22 and then phase 4 is 24. That'll be
But yeah, so like he watched them. And then after that, I kind of figured, well, I'll watch them. I kind of wanted to start watching them again. But I watched them in release order. I've always kind of thought that the release order was the correct way, just because to me, I'm like, that's the way they were thinking it at that time, of how to connect the stories. So, like, I think that's the better way to watch them. Everybody has their own way.
It makes...
I've already seen so many arguments on, like, what is the correct way. But I'm like, I personally prefer that way, just because I like watching the end credit scenes and how they're connecting it to the next one, or what the overall arc of that whole phase is. So that's why I prefer the release order. But we each watched them, all of them again.
Hulk was weird. Watch Hulk and
weird. Yeah, I still don't understand Hulk.
No, it's just weird, like, also where it lands. Like, in the order. I mean, it's like,
Oh, and the...
Yeah, and it just, because they have already, like, Mark Ruffalo, like, we already know, like, he becomes. So it's just, like, a weird change. It's like, it's just weird. I don't know, like, it was just, also, it was pretty much, like, the second one. If you think about it, after sorry, looking at the wrong monitor. The second, it was Iron Man and then Hulk. Mm-hmm. So it's just like Iron Man looks way like it didn't age bad, and then Hulk is just like, yeah, no, like this is not CGI wasn't that good.
That whole movie just was done not good. I mean,
I was gonna look at my list that
you can just tell it's not good, but yeah, I mean, we each watched them all. In that, I mean, I always start looking up things and what's going on with, and one of the things that, like, I guess since all those movies that came out, I started thinking, you know, what my favorite one would be, like, being that we have there's a lot of them, and I like a lot of them. So one of the things that I thought would be cool to do was maybe get Alex's take on his top 10 without him really knowing. I didn't tell him I was going to ask him to do this.
Oh, shit.
But
surprises!
Doing that and then seeing, you know, maybe how that compares to what the Rotten Tomato ranking.
Oh, yeah. You have the rank? Look, or you're going to pull it up?
It's based off Rotten Tomatoes scores. They ranked all 23 of the existing MCU movies.
I'm trying to look
worst
at
to best. So, right now, you know, we'll see what after whatever you're done.
I'm just trying to look for the list of the movies that I had, like, not in order, but I just want to see, like, I had to actually, like, look at the, because I'll forget about movies. Wait, doing shit. Where is the fucking? I should have told me this before. I just want to look at the list instead of me googling the list.
Well, that's why that was part of it. You're not supposed to look for a list. Just think.
No, like obvious, because I'll forget.
What movies come to your mind? Like in order, like just the top 10 that comes to your mind.
In order, like 10, like being
like
the worst.
Top 10.
Like 10 being the worst.
10
Damn it.
Not like.
Oh, yes, like there's not like just thinking of the movie. Easily.
Off the top of your head, what's the top 10 movies in the MCU that you say?
Okay, I had to say Iron Man 1, yes, because it actually, like, I like how they did the Tony Stark.
As your best or yours?
No, yes, I don't know the best. I'll say the best at the end. I'll say the 10 and then the best at the end. So Iron Man 1, it's one of them, because how they started, love it. Also, he was actually wearing a suit, so I found out that it's fucking hilarious. Of course, like, I'm gonna have to say Spider-Man Homecoming, and I'll just do Homecoming. As much as I liked the second one, Homecoming was pretty good. I think it's the take on it was a little different. I still like a lot of the Amazing Spider-Man. A lot of people hate it, but
I really like those. I don't know why everyone hated them. They did Andrew Garfield dirty. I thought he was.
Yeah, he was a good Spider-Man.
He was a good Spider-Man.
He had that self-aware jokiness that even this guy too. But I'm just saying, like, just how he presented himself. Other than what was the one before? Tobey Maguire.
Oh yeah,
he wasn't a good Peter. I don't think he was a good Peter. Nah, he wasn't. Spider-Man was alright. Peter was. I just like the knife, my greatest weakness, little small knives. Okay, that's two. First Avengers is because it was just like seeing them together for the first time. Got a nod to the first boner on Avenger movies. I'm just kidding. Winter Soldier from Captain. Like, I think that one just changed the whole fucking view of the Marvel movies. They just got really like more action based.
It got more action based.
Action based, and then just a little darker.
Serious. It wasn't as campy.
Yeah, even though like Iron Man 2 was kind of dark, like because it was it was actually straight up follow up to it. But also Elon Musk on it, it's like hilarious. He's there. I just think that it's funny that he's there. That's 4. 5. Ragnarok. They finally fixed Thor, and it's kind of like the only way they can show a MCU version of the Hulk universe.
Yeah.
Because that was cool. Black Panther. I had to say Black Panther too. Black Panther was cool. The first one, of course. Yes, because he was a different. Wasn't expected to see them take that character, and the whole Wakanda. How they did the whole Wakanda story.
I didn't think it surprised everyone. That one was how good Michael B. Jordan was in that.
Oh yeah, fucking how buff he got.
Like how he got fucking ripped for that movie, but then
yeah,
I think it's the fact that nobody expected that everyone was gonna be more crazy about Killmonger than they were about actual
It's because we saw it on him on Civil War, so it's kind of like
I think
also seeing Michael B. Jordan as a bad guy, it's weird.
That's why, because I think that movie was kind of like, I guess this generation's Dark Knight, because when Dark Knight came out, everybody got crazy about Joker. And when this one came out, everyone was crazy about Killmonger. But I think that's why, I think just the fact that he actually did a really good job with that character.
Yeah, he did. I was surprised because I wasn't expecting. I never see him as before.
And then
as a bad guy.
When I was watching that dude, I always laugh because the line where he's in the scene where he is presenting himself to the council and he's telling them, "I'm one of you all." And he gives him the ring. He says, "Hi, Auntie," or "Hey, Auntie," and he actually ad-libbed that. That wasn't even in the script.
Oh shit!
That whole scene, dude, that line is perfect.
It's now you said that a lot of the Marvel movies have improvised lines.
Yeah, a lot of the lines, the good ones gonna be improvised.
Yeah. Oh shit! Also number 6, right?
Yeah.
Ant-Man, the first Ant-Man. Ant-Man and the Wasp, I just didn't feel like it just felt kind of rushed. I think
it didn't feel rushed. It didn't feel like
it felt like the same movie, but it was like a 30 minutes add-on for the first movie. I think. Sorry. I guess because also Paul Rudd. Got a lot of Paul Rudd, no matter what. And yes, the fact that they added the history of Ant-Man, of the Pym particle, without having to make just Pym being the main Ant-Man.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't have to do the whole Ant-Man, Giant Man bullshit. Shoot. Trying to think now. Trying not to say sequels, that's why I put us. Doctor Strange, actually. I was surprised how that movie, they didn't make it as a joke movie. It became really, not serious, but really countering the multiverse things and adding stuff to the story that we know is going to come out on Phase 4. I'm curious to see the multiverse because he said it in the first movie, and then he said it on the Infinity War.
Yeah, but I think the crazy thing is that it's kind of like they're confirming that there's a multiverse,
which is awesome.
So there's all these rumors right now, especially too, that they're saying Iron Man's gonna come back.
Well, the kid is there.
No, but they're saying that, but that's
a lot
of people are thinking because it's a multiverse, you might get a Robert Downey Jr. or Tony Stark from a different.
Well, they kind of
from a different Marvel universe.
Kind of confirmed that Spider-Verse, not because of the cartoon, but they still have a sign. They still have a sign in the MCU. Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield.
True.
So they might be a little Spider-Verse live action thing. They've been announcing it, they've been just kind of hinting it, but. They released I don't know who released that they're still contacts. They're still signed with Fox, and Disney owns Fox now. So
that's true. That's gonna be interesting. We'll see.
So yeah, and then number 9. Actually, Endgame. Actually, that would be number. Yes, because the way they ended everything and the sad stories. That's good. What else? Shit. I'm missing one, and I'm trying to think. I'm going through all the movies in my head. Fuck. Trying to think of movies. Forgot everyone. I actually really enjoy Iron Man 2. So that's the only one I'm at. The reason I enjoy is just the suit, how the story is, and also having the suitcase suit, it's showing that Tony's just been building fucking suits nonstop. The Mark II, because I was the first introduced to actually that's the Mark II in the movies. It says Mark, he's the Mark II. They announced it as a Mark II. So or Mark III, I think, because this Mark I was the silver was the Mark II. Yeah, I think it was that chrome one that that they stole. They steal, not steal, but Rhodey takes. But yeah, and then my favorite one has to be. I would have said Depu, but I can't because it's not part of the lineup.
Technically, yeah, it's not really part of it.
Now it is, but saying. I have to say Spider-Man just because I've always been a Spider-Man fan.
But which one? Like, because you said Homecoming.
I say I still think Homecoming is great, just because he has the Vulture, Michael Keaton, who it's been so many superheroes. Like, it's been Batman, it's been Birdman, and kind of still Birdman, but the Vulture now. So yeah, I think Spider-Man just also because it's been my favorite character as much as I like Iron Man a lot. He's one of my favorite too. Captain America is because all the changes that he had in the comic books, but you have to go to Spider-Man. I was always been a Spider-Man fan from this kid, just growing up. Have a fucking Spider-Man suit, 2 of them.
That's true. He goes to birthday parties dressed as Spider-Man.
Yeah, and then I get fucked up on it. The guy Spider-Man he realized life is hard.
All right. So that's your favorite one.
Yeah.
All right. So I think the list that you gave is pretty much
your list?
Their top 10 that they actually said for the most part. I think a lot of them are actually not. Some of them are. One of them is not actually in there.
It's because I was trying to just like separate, and I was like, movies that I actually enjoy.
So according to Rotten Tomatoes, this is like all of the movies. This is all 23 of them that they're been confirmed as part of the MCU, and they actually have them in order based on the rankings. So the last one, tell me what you think the last one is.
Dark World.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, going back to watch it, it's not as bad after like the first time. Like the first time you're like, ah, shit.
Yeah, Dark World.
It wasn't that bad.
It has a 66%, but I mean,
it has a lot of story. Like it connects a lot of shit.
I just think it's way too slow. Like it's way too slow. There's not any movement in it. There's no.
It's because also
there's like some moments in it, yeah, but I mean.
Because everybody at first hated the first Thor. I was like, I get it. They had to combine fucking 100 comic books to one, just to get to the point where he goes to Earth.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a cool thing though too. Like, I think Marvel kind of realized that everyone's kind of over the intro movies, I guess you call them, the first ones. They're you see them doing, you see them doing a lot of movies now. They're not even doing that. They're just kind of, you get a quick synopsis of like how they became the hero, and then there you go, they go right into it. But yeah, so their least ranked or worst ranked is Thor: The Dark World. After that, they have The Incredible Hulk at 67%.
No, I'm surprised I forget.
Then they got Iron Man 2 at 73. Then they got Age of Ultron 75.
Age of Ultron, it's up and down. Like, it has good spots, and then I'm just like,
I was expecting more from Ultron.
Yeah, but
I
also
really was like,
I don't think he's like fully eliminated, because you know how on Far From Home, he gets locked in that. Oh no, Homecoming. Sorry, he gets locked in that hangar where they still have the stuff. So something has to pop out, because you know how Gorgonzola also came back. So they might do a little, like, we'll see, fully not gun.
But yeah, that's the reason I didn't like it though. I was expecting more from him, especially when they got what's his name, Kevin Spader. I think that's his name, the actor that played Ultron. But I was expecting a lot more, because his voice is cool. Like, it fits Ultron.
Oh yeah, that voice. Because I think he did it for one of the TV shows, like one of the cartoons.
Or James Spader, I think that's his name, James Spader. But yeah.
I didn't grab the mouse.
That so it'd be, they have Dark World, Incredible Hulk, Iron Man, then Ultron. Then after that they have the first Thor with at 77%. Then
that's number what?
That would be 5 of the worst.
Of the worst? Oh, just the worst.
So this is going from least to best.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So technically it's 24, 23, 22, 21. Yeah. So Thor would be 20. That's the ranking. And then at 19 they have Captain Marvel at 78%, which I mean I get, because after I rewatched it and I was like, okay, yeah, Captain Marvel.
I liked it a lot.
It's cool, but
a lot of people complain just because like, oh, it's too, like, she's too powerful. It's like, That's why there's no more fucking Superman movies. If you think about it.
No, I mean, I think it's cool. Like the character's cool. I think the story itself just didn't flow well. Yeah. So that's 19. Then at 18 they have Iron Man 3. At 79%.
That high because a lot of people hated that movie.
Yeah, I like it. It was well, that's the thing though. Like a lot of the MCU films, they actually get really good rankings. So remember, this is like the critics. This is like their overall score. So I mean, it gets a little crazy, I guess, towards the end. But yeah, so they have Iron Man 3 at 18.
James Spader, yeah.
James Spader. Then Captain America: The First Avenger is at 80%. So that's their 17. At 16, they have Ant-Man, the first one, with 83%. What did I just say? 15?
Ant-Man's lower than... If they put Ant-Man in the was higher, I'm kind of mad. Kind of. Yes.
Oh, Ant-Man's 16, sorry. Ant-Man's at 16. At 15 would be Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, 85%. At 14, they have Infinity War, 84%, which I think is too low.
Yeah.
Like, for that movie being what it was.
I think what it killed it for the ranking is just because Ant-Man and Wasp is in the middle in between the stories. So I think a lot of like it kind of.
Well, that's the crazy thing. So that's at 14. Then at 13 they have Ant-Man and the Wasp at 88%.
Which I understand why they put it in the middle. Like I do understand that because it was supposed to be happening at the same time. But also I'm just like
So yeah, they have that, and then at 13 they have Doctor Strange at 89%. At 12 they have The Winter Soldier at 90%. 11 they have Far From Home at 91. At 10 they have Guardians of the Galaxy at 91. Civil War, Captain America, it will be 9 at 91. The first Avengers movie, Marvel's Avengers, at 92%. That would be, what did I say, 8. 7 they have Homecoming, 92%. 5 they have Ragnarok at 93. 4 they have the original Iron Man at 94. Oh, I'm jumping.
That one had like.
I messed up. My ranking's bad, but then they have Endgame, 93. That number 2.
Oh shit.
And then Black Panther is the overall number 1 at 97.
Makes sense.
So I mean, I don't think their top 10 is.
It's accurate.
It's
weird.
I don't disagree with it too much. I would say for me personally, my overall favorite is Endgame. Just because of I think that movie had so much fan service to it. There's so many moments in the movie where like it just connects everything, and it just brings you back to all the. I think they just did a really good job with connecting everything, and then the surprising moments in the movie, and the way it shocks you. Because I don't think I've ever watched a movie where I would literally was just like crying fucking every 10 minutes, like holy fuck, I wasn't expecting to see that. That was the only movie I think I've ever seen that just had me so many different emotions at one time. So I think for me, Endgame's always gonna be good. Black Panther is really good too, though.
Yeah, Black Panther is great.
I don't disagree with. I don't have an issue with them with
Black
Panther being overall number 1. But
I think just because also it was like a surprise kind of movie. A lot of people weren't expected.
Yeah.
Just for them to like actually make a whole Black Panther.
I wasn't expecting it to be as good as that was. Like they
they
did a really good job with that movie, and I'm really curious to see what they're gonna do with number 2.
What's your fucking top 10? Like, what's your top 10?
Never my top 10. This wasn't mine. That was your top.
I know.
That was the whole point.
Dick. Hiding away from the answer.
But yeah, I mean, I think that's one of the things that we've been doing. There's been a bunch of other stuff that I've kind of been wanting to watch, but
I'm watching just shows that I never finished.
I have a hard time watching TV shows. They announced, what was it, last week? They were going to put out the last season out of 13 Reasons Why on Netflix.
I haven't even, I stopped season 2. Like I haven't watched season 3. I couldn't.
No, so I watched the other 3 seasons. I kind of got into it for a little bit, and then the last season I watched, I was kind of like, wow, this is really stupid.
Everybody's been like, they kind of forced that season.
Yeah, it just seems very forced. And then, so I was like, well, I'll start rewatching it just so I can watch the last season and know what's going on. I started trying to rewatch it last week. I got like 3 episodes in. I was like, never mind, I can't do this anymore. And I think it's just because, like, watching it, I was like, man, I knew every single type of person that is in the show when I was in fucking high school. Like, every kind of person, I knew that exact person. I was just like, this is ridiculous. Like, it gets to be too much. And then,
like, first season was cool. It was like, well, not cool. Like, it was a good season. It sounded weird.
It's cool.
No, it's so like sounded so wrong.
Not cool.
Like it's a
good show.
It's a good show. Like the first season was a good season. Second one just felt like okay, like they're starting to force it too much. Like I understand it has to be a fucking try. And
the second one was good because of that. Like
yeah,
they
like
had the trials.
It had a good continuation. And then like when I haven't seen the third one, so I was just like.
So the third one, I mean,
I heard about it.
The third one, the whole storyline of it is that someone ends up murdering Bryce. He's dead. So they're trying to figure out. They're trying to figure out who did it, what happened, and through this whole process. Because everyone knows at the end of the second season they end up finding him not guilty of rape and all that kind of crap, so nothing happens to him, so it becomes a huge deal. But like the thing that killed for me that third season, I think her name is Anya, the character's name. There's this new character named Anya who's like supposed to be, I guess, like the new little detective that
Nancy Drew.
Basically, I can't remember the main character. Oh, Clay.
Oh yeah, Clay.
Is that his name? Yeah, Clay. Like how he was in the first season trying to find out exactly what the hell happened as he was listening to the tapes.
Oh, yeah.
That's what she became. But she was just so annoying. Like, the most annoying character I've ever seen, like, I think on a TV show. And I think that's what killed, like, the third season. It just ruined it. Like, it's interesting to see what the hell happened, but that character just ruined it for me. But, yeah, no, like, I started trying to rewatch that, and I had to stop.
Honestly, like Netflix shows, I don't think I can like rewatch them.
But see, that's the thing. Like, I realized that too. Like, I've had this conversation with multiple people, and everyone's saying like, "Oh, I watched the show." It's just like, I can't watch TV shows. I don't know why. Like, I cannot watch TV shows.
It has to be a show that I really like when I was watching it on TV, and just because like I will go home and like, oh, I missed an episode, so.
I think my thing is just I don't have that attention span. I can't.
Yeah, but how many times have we watched How I Met Your Mother though?
But that's different.
Those shows but it's because they were on TV and we used to watch them.
Not even just that. It's because like when I watch TV shows, I like watch TV shows that are funny. That are gonna make me laugh.
Yeah, comedy.
That I don't have to pay too much attention to. Just like enough for like I know it's like an episode by episode thing. It's not like a whole.
Oh yeah, like it has to be like you're paying attention.
I think that's why I don't like TV shows that are like that, because I lose the interest if it just keeps going further and further and further. And I think that's why I like movies and I can watch movies so much, because it's what TV shows are trying to do, but in the span of an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So that I think that's why like I prefer movies over long Netflix series and whatever.
It has to like I'll watch them once if I'm into it, because it's like one of the things that I do watch in Netflix a lot and on Prime and every other fucking thing. It's just car shows. But I have a car problem.
those kinds of shows, like it's like a new thing every episode.
Yeah, and I already watched them. I'm not gonna lie.
Thing.
I have watched so many times Fast and Loud that I was like, I don't know if you remember when I was just screaming, "Give me some of that" at the bars all the time. It was just because I was just watching way too much of it. And I don't Rick Miller like, so I was just screaming, "Give me some of that fucking shit." But yeah, like I think, honestly, like TV shows have to be something. I'll watch a lot of I do watch a lot of documentary series, but they're like you said, every episode's different.
Yeah, but
it's like I'll skip. Even like watching Disney Plus, I think the only one that I wanted to follow up and finish, other than Tron Rising, because I watched it and I had years ago downloading it, but I just watched Spider-Man, the cartoon one, the Ultimate Spider-Man. It's because I was like, oh shit, like it's actually building. And I finished it, like cool, like I haven't gone back and watched it. Or I don't really use my Disney Plus.
No, dude.
I think it's for the Avengers.
The only show that I really liked watching, and I mean, it's because it's Star Wars based, is The Mandalorian. That's the last show that I think I really like to watch.
Like I wouldn't go back and watch it again unless there's something on a fucking new season. Fucking new season that they announced that they're bringing the original character to play Boba Fett, I think.
Yeah, they are.
So is it gonna be Boba Fett or is it gonna be the old Colonel? The clone, the actual like.
It's a clone.
Yeah, but it's gonna be the Colonel. He's gonna become a Mandalorian. We don't know it.
True.
And then Ahsoka, I think they're gonna bring her.
They're apparently gonna have her, and it's apparently
because she's gonna get her own show. They announced that a while back. But I'm just curious about, because they had changed a lot on Mandalorian too. If you think, because they were supposed to do different Mandalorians on each season. So apparently they're gonna do a continuation just because.
I think that's what they're gonna stick with. I don't think they're gonna change much.
Yeah.
I think they're just gonna stick with whatever's working for them right now.
We went really weird. Whew.
But yeah, I mean, and I guess that's like, I don't know. That's the thing with me right now with this whole quarantine thing. Like everyone's watching TV shows. I can't watch TV shows. I watch movies and then spend the rest of the time trying to play songs or whatever. But I guess change.
Yeah.
But one of the other things that I've been seeing people are doing in quarantine is building Legos.
Me, one of them.
I gave in. I bought one. But yeah, Legos blew up even more so. I think I read something that said that their profits, like, from last year to this year, at this point, rose something like 9%.
Just because fucking Legos are awesome no matter what.
Yeah, like, I mean, people have just been finding things to do, and I guess one of the things have been Legos.
Dude, there's a whole YouTube channel that came out of nowhere that they build, like, actual functioning, like, they built the, what's it called, the game that I like a lot on Dave and Buster's, no fucking arcades, the one with the ball, the throw the ball, lands on the hole. I forgot.
What?
The fucking arcade, not game that's always in the arcades where you grab the ball and you have to, like, has the fucking different points on the circles. You have to land on the hole.
Beer pong?
Huh? I forgot. I don't fucking think about it right now.
I don't know.
Sorry, they were building actual, like, large things out of Legos just at the house. Yeah. So I was just like, it's called Beyond the Brick, and they just build random shit. It's like, what the fuck? Like, I was like, damn it! Now I want Legos.
Well, it works, but yeah, like, people have been going crazy with the Legos. I mean, I bought one. I bought a little Ferrari car. Took me like
2 hours, 3.
Not even. It took me like four
Fuck
hours to build that thing. And even like when I got halfway done, I was like, man, I don't know if I want to keep doing this right now, but I didn't want to stop either. So
that's the thing, because he doesn't let you, like, you were like, fuck, I'm tired, but no.
Yeah.
I want to see this completion.
Yeah, and then that was me when I went to go look for them, because I was at Target and I was just going through. I actually wanted to buy like a Star Wars one, because I remember my niece had gotten one that was like the Pose X-Wing.
Oh, yeah.
And I helped her build that one. That one was cool. That one took us a while. It took us like 6 or 7 hours to build, but yeah,
it's like giant, like it's basically a 3D puzzle, but with instructions.
With instructions. We're gonna start doing. How many meatballs can we eat?
Nah, yeah, I'll do it.
I ain't doing.
I'll do it with the. I have the 1 chip challenge. This is my 5th one.
I was gonna say I saw you post that yesterday.
Yeah, my friend gave it to me. He's like, "Have you tried it?" I was like, "Dude, that's the level 1." I had tried to level 5, which is with it's Carolina Reaper and Ghost Pepper level 5. It's good. Like, it sucks, but it's not. Doesn't stay like
that,
the
man.
hot
I'll
side.
die.
But yeah, so like Lego's been. I think the first one I bought was McLaren, because I just wanted like something that I'll actually be like cool. Like, it actually looks like the car. So I'm just like, I'm gonna have it. Also, because it comes in Forza, the Lego edition. Which it's cool because you crash and they break apart the cars. But yeah, I've been buying 2 Lego. Like, it's been taking me an hour. I haven't bought. You bought a bigger one than I bought, so yeah, I've been buying the little cars that if it has to be a car that I like, or I haven't. The other one I wanted to buy is the architecture ones, but they're fucking expensive.
Those are expensive too.
And they're also gone everywhere. Like, every time I go to Target, I went to the 2 Targets that we usually go.
No, dude, that's the thing. You can't find these things anywhere now.
No, the architecture at least not. You can find the
everywhere.
kids one.
You go into the toy section, there ain't no Legos there.
I had to go to Walmart, but I was just like, I just went and grabbed one thing I needed.
Yeah, no, you can't
Says
find them anywhere. The one that I honestly would really like to get, it's freaking huge, but it's cool. The big ass Disneyland castle thing.
But don't they sell that on Disney?
They sell it over there, but I think they sell it online also. I think there's certain places where you can buy it, but it's sold out. Like, I looked it up too, but that's expensive too. It's
like me looking for the Mustang.
It's like $400, and like,
fuck that, dude.
I don't think I'm not that much of a Lego fan where I'll spend that much money on that stuff.
Also, the other reason I started buying Lego, because I was watching Lego Builders on Hulu.
Oh, I just see that.
It's a good show.
It's a show on Fox, isn't it?
Yeah, it's right in it. But like, I was just like, damn, like, I want to build something. Like, as I was watching, I was like, why don't I just want to build something? I remember growing up, I had those giant like container blue tops, full of Legos, because we like my parents will buy us Legos and all that, me and my brother. And I hated when my mom gave it away. I was like, damn, like, after I moved out, like, she took years to sell it. And the one time that I was like, where are the Legos? Like, oh, you give them. I was like, a whole tub full of fucking Legos. You know how many shit I could have built? Nothing but
nothing but I like having them.
But now that I want Legos, they're all gone. Yeah. Now that I can afford Legos on my own.
You can get them there, and there's nowhere to be found. But I mean, yeah, I mean, it's crazy to see all the things that people are doing right now. Lego being just all of a sudden huge. And the cool thing about them, though, is like, I also read somewhere that they donated $50 million to relief during this whole thing. I think I can't remember. There was 2 organizations they gave it to. I think one was for Feeding America, and I can't remember the other one. But I think that's the cool thing with Lego. They're actually a really cool company.
Well, yeah.
They just they give out when needed.
Well, that's the one thing I remember about LA, Legoland, other than the car museum. Like, I went to all the other amusement because my uncle gave us tickets, but Legoland was cool because I love Legos, and the car museum. Disney, I didn't care. Universal, I didn't care.
Oh, man.
I was like, hell yeah, car museum. We spent 3 hours there. Amazing. Then Legoland, I was like, hell yeah.
And you go to Disneyland. This sucks.
Yeah, I was just like annoyed. Like, I was like, dude, can we just leave now?
Oh, we are 2 different people. But yeah, the Lego thing blew up, and then I think the other crazy thing is with this whole quarantine thing. The thing that I seriously hate, and it just sucks. We can't go to live shows, and we can't go to see movies.
Yeah, the movie thing.
A lot of things are being screwed up right now, and two of the biggest things I think I personally know is like the event industry, and I don't know about the movie industry, but I mean, movie industry is being kind of screwed right now too.
Well, the theater industry, the movies,
the theater industry.
Like for example, Onward that came out just straight to the ads.
I guess I'll say movie theaters are being screwed.
Yeah, because
movies themselves, they're releasing
it.
video on demand, and they're banking it. Which one was it? Trolls. Universal released Trolls last month. And I can't remember the exact number, but I know that they had said that by releasing on demand, people paying the $20 to get the movie on demand, they made what they would have made in 3 months in the movie theater. They made that in 3 weeks.
Yeah, which makes sense because especially like if you have kids, like some of them like they'll realize that like you're watching the same movie over and over.
Yeah, I mean,
so like that's why all the apps are being going.
I think the crazy thing is because like people don't really seem to realize the margins and how they work when it comes to this stuff. But I guess in the movie theaters, studios tend to make only 50% of whatever you buy from the ticket.
I think they make out of because you pay what for a theater.
Well, they said
they pay like let's see, we pay like $9 here, right?
10.
10? Oh, 10.
Yeah.
And apparently out of those 10, the actual movie, the movie like for the production company, only gets about like not even $4, like less than that. Like sometimes it was just cents.
Well, yeah.
Like the opening day is $4, and then after that it's like goes like.
What I had read, they were saying that they get 50% usually from a ticket sale.
But it's opening day, no opening week.
Depending, and then, but a video on demand, they're actually making 80% off that.
Yeah,
so I mean,
yeah, also
that's the thing that I think that's crazy, and you're gonna see happening more. I think this whole thing is gonna change how fucking studios start to release movies, and probably decide what movies go to theater, what movies go to video on demand.
Yeah, I think like how we're going back to Marvel, like how they were going. Because everybody's like, why they haven't released Black Widow was supposed to come in this month, right?
Yeah, it's supposed to be out on May 1st, yeah.
And everybody's like, why did they move it? Because I think that's going to be, and a lot of people also speculating that's going to be part of Phase 4. Like, it's going to set up a lot of Phase 4 thing. And if you know the comics, there's a lot of things that kind of make sense.
Yeah.
So I think that's why they're waiting on the big blockbuster. Because even though they're going to have those Disney Plus shows for Marvel, like I think Falcon and
Falcon
and Soldier.
Falcon and Winter Soldier, and then WandaVision.
So they're like, well, why don't they add a part of it? It's like, because it's probably that. Like they're going to start a whole, for the Phase 4 main thing, they're going to probably just set up the whole. Stay with the movies, with the blockbusters.
Well, yeah, but I mean, that's the thing though too. Like everyone, I think they always hear like, why don't they just put it on Disney Plus? I'm like, because that's not the whole point of it. It's more. You can imagine how much money Disney has spent to just make Black Widow. How much money it costs them to make one movie? They don't want to put something out that you're only paying $6 a month on to watch everything. They're gonna want to get their money.
Yeah, and they're releasing a lot of good stuff too. So.
That defeats the whole purpose of that. So I mean, that's why those movies get pushed back. They're releasing the smaller productions onto Disney Plus. They're putting those straight out to there. Like they just announced that they're gonna put Hamilton on July 3rd.
Oh yeah, I
on
saw
Disney
that.
Plus. And then there's another smaller movie. I can't remember which one it is, but there's another lower production movie that they're gonna put straight out to Disney Plus. And they put Onward straight out to Disney Plus. I mean, that was one. Yeah. It wasn't straight out. I think it was in theaters for like a month. But after that,
wait, he actually came out on theaters?
Yeah, he was in theaters, I think, for like a month at the minimum.
But he actually came out like after they announced the quarantine, no?
No, it was before.
Oh shit! I didn't.
Because I think that movie
I still
came
haven't
out
seen
the
it.
beginning of March, and all the quarantine stuff really started like the end of March.
Oh, okay.
So they were out for a couple weeks, but yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. Like, I think people don't tend to really understand the whole business sense that they also have to take into consideration.
That's one fucking gimme shit.
Yeah, it's not just gimme, because I mean they do give a lot. There's a lot of stuff on Disney Plus, but I mean you got to think of it that way too. And that's why I think that's why also AMC. I mean they got upset with Universal because Universal.
Oh yeah, because
Universal was the one that went
they just want to release
to video on demand.
Also, because they said they just want to release their movies on demand.
Wait,
in a way, for them makes sense, but also like, dude, like they're probably gonna back out after a while.
We'll see, dude. I'm curious to see how that's gonna work. That's gonna be interesting to see. But yeah, I mean, the movies are kind of being messed up right now. All the MCU stuff got pushed back, I think, by like at least 6 months. That whole schedule is pushed back. A lot of I think Fast and the Furious got pushed back till next year.
Which was because it's also owned by.
There's another one.
It's Paramount that owns. Another big one. Who owns the Fast Universe? The Fast
Universal.
Universal.
Yeah.
And I know it's 50-50 because I know. I didn't know that because like his production company is the one that actually makes those movies.
Vin Diesel's.
Yeah. As much as he hates The Rock, he still has to work at it.
Well, that's the funny thing, dude.
Because they made
he casted John Cena out of spite.
Yeah, but fucking John Cena.
That whole.
I was talking to my neighbor because he was fixing his car, and I was helping him at the end, and we were laughing because we were saying that somehow like that movie came out, like the idea, like how they announced like. On the whole fucking movies, they never said that he has a brother. It's only him and the sister. Yeah. They only mentioned the dad and them two. That's it. It's like, where the fuck did this brother come? Like, are you guys running out of it? Are we gonna go back in time?
Yeah, that's the other thing too. Like, I mean,
they're just running out of ideas.
I don't understand why they keep making these things. Like, the first one
was
obviously good. The second one, okay. Some people didn't like it. I liked it. I was a little kid. I was in love with that movie.
Yeah, like I think the first two movies were for the tuner community.
And then, when Tokyo Drift came out, it didn't do that well. So then,
and that was the one I liked more out of the three.
And that one was cool. And then they tried, I think, to restart it over by bringing back Paul Walker and Vin Diesel. And the fourth one, it did okay, but the fifth one, like, it blew up. And
that's because of The Rock.
The Rock it blew up a lot because of The Rock, and you know, it's honestly the truth. Like, I think the movie itself was really good, but I think The Rock added that whole new texture to it.
And it just
after that, it just blew up. It went crazy. I personally think after Paul Walker died in the seventh one,
they could have stopped it. I don't know.
They should have just ended it there. Yeah. I liked the sixth one. It wasn't bad. Seventh one was obviously just because of Paul Walker, but I mean, the eighth one, it was too much. I think they should have stopped it after the seventh one, and that should have just been it.
Yeah. And then yeah. Hudson, Sean and Hutz, is it?
Oh, Hobbs and Shaw.
That wasn't bad for it.
It wasn't too bad.
I saw it. Like, I think it's a good movie by itself. They hasn't have to have the fast. Like, I know they're gonna make another one out of that.
Oh, yeah, they are.
It just becomes something different, which I was like, cool. Like, it's not just Fast and the Furious. Like, it's not.
No, I mean, that's the cool thing. If they can think of other ways to make new movies kind of based on that concept, cool. But I mean, I think when you just trying to keep forcing it just for the money, and we know that's what it's for, because people will go out to watch them, and it's a franchise that people love. It's a franchise that people know, so they're gonna watch it and see what they do with it. But I mean, I think for the sake of it, sometimes it's like just stop it. Like, it's over. Just let it go. You did it.
Spindis wants to make more money.
You had a good run with it. Let it go.
He wants to buy another island for his daughter.
He's gotta let go of that.
He bought an island for his little daughter.
Hey, man.
I was like,
you got the money, you got the money. That's how it goes. Which is the other funny thing. I was, what was I watching?
That's how we always run out of the script.
No. I read something because I guess Miley Cyrus has been doing like her own little show, and she was having like celebrities come on and talk about how their quarantine is going. But then like, what's funny is because she even brought it up. She's like, I think a lot of them didn't want to do it or weren't wanting to do it because they were like, why am I going to go on there when I'm perfectly fine with my millions of dollars in my mansion, I have a house, I have food, I'm good, and pretty much still showing off when there's people that don't have shit and they're struggling.
Which makes sense,
Which makes sense because I was like, yeah, it's actually kind of true because I mean, honestly, celebrity quarantine is not everyday normal life quarantine.
Not normal people.
Which I think was funny because everyone was hating on Justin Bieber too because he did the same thing with I think with his wife or whatever, but he made a comment that was like, "Oh, we're so privileged because how hard we work and we have all this." He basically was trying to show off that he has a lot of money and that they're living the good life still.
So he fucked
and
up.
Everyone started hating on him. I was like, yeah, well, dude, I can kind of see why. Like, you sound like a douche right now saying that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
like, I mean,
because I've been watching Dave, the Little Dicky show.
Yeah.
And he comes out on that episode, one of the last episodes that came out, and he's like, "I'm just a normal dude." It's like, no, you just said that. Like, now you're not, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. So I think that's funny because right now that you just mentioned him having money buying his daughter, and I was like, well, yeah, I mean, it's the truth. I mean, they have
they have the money and
they have a different lifestyle, and I mean, it's the truth even right now. Like,
celebrity quarantine doesn't count.
It doesn't count as quarantine for them because I mean, even though they can't go out and do anything, they're not really struggling with much. They don't have to have a worry about not having the money or. Also,
their house is huge, so.
Yeah. They got plenty of room to run around in.
Like, you get bored, go to the other room. Go to the other side of the house that you've never been to.
For real. But yeah, I mean.
So we have scripts and we just go out of it.
What's a script?
Okay, nice.
But yeah, I mean, so the movie, all the movie stuff, that's kind of getting screwed up right now too. The other part, the live shows, concerts, and all that kind of stuff. I myself was disappointed by that because I was supposed to go see All Time Low next month, and that got canceled.
Well, yeah.
It's postponed to next year, but I mean, whatever. It sucks. But yeah, I mean, that's the other crazy thing. Like, I think there's a lot of like virtual shows now happening. I've seen videos of like, there was a virtual rave going on.
Oh, yesterday, right?
Yeah, I think yesterday. But then there's also people doing like car raves. I don't know where it was, but there was a DJ.
Oh, I saw.
They were set out on a
lot. No, I saw a guy driving. Like, someone posted on Instagram, some guy driving on a pickup, and they had the DJ in the back.
Oh, okay. Well, no, it wasn't that one, but I have seen that.
Fuck?
People were doing that, but there was like, I guess, like an actual like empty lot, and people like just drove in their cars, parked them, like it's like a line of cars, like it's like at least 50 cars, and there's a DJ out with this whole setup, and he's just mixing, and they're out flashing their lights in the cars, and like they're having a rave through their cars.
Like, it's not a bad idea, but just
it's not a bad
let's
idea.
just bring back.
But the thing that sucks is just like it's cool, like they're coming up with new ways to kind of
but you're still going outside.
But I feel like it completely defeats the whole purpose of the whole thing. It defeats the experience. There's a theater in Arkansas that is supposed to be having a show on the 15th in their theater. Their theater, I think, is like 1,500 seats, if I remember correctly, around there. And they're limiting capacity to 30%. So they're only allowing, like, I think they said, it's not that many seats then, because the seats was like 265 seats that they're going to allow to be sold for this concert.
So why is the point?
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
Like I know it sucks, but like at the same time, like be smart about it.
Yeah, like they're being smart about it. It's just good, but at the same, they're not. I don't think.
Yeah, but it
takes away from I think the experience of the concert, and even just as a performer, like if
you see
if I go onto a stage and I'm like,
especially if you're already big.
I'm playing for 216 people, and they're not even like sitting together. They're gonna be completely spread out throughout the theater. It feels kind of weird. Yeah. So I'm like, it's gonna be interesting to see how this goes from here on out. But I mean, yeah, man, I think like I feel like this is the thing that sucks about this whole thing. Like it just kind of affected all like the fun stuff, especially now. It's supposed to be summer.
No, I forgot about it.
It don't do anything. All the fun stuff that we were supposed to be doing, but yeah. I mean,
but at least I think the ones that are coming up good out of this, it's a lot of like just local musicians.
Yeah.
Because they've been fucking making shit. Like I haven't talked to a friend in a while, but I just saw like he posted yesterday that they're from here, from Paso, and it's called Until the Avalanche, the band. They just released their new album, and it's actually like, if you're into metalcore, you should check it out.
Check out Until the Avalanche.
But it also surprised like they haven't released anything because they're all like, of course, doing shit. Yeah. So now just because they had the time, some of them, like one of them, I think some of them are still working from home, but they have the time to actually like, well, I have free time, like for like even me, that the one day that I didn't go to the office, I usually go in from 10 to 4. I was done at 9 with all my work, my stuff to do for work. It's like shit.
Yeah,
like, imagine people like doing shit. Like actually have to be like they have to do it all the time. I had to go back because I don't really talk about job here, but I was just like I do a lot of medical stuff, design like property management design for medical properties. So I was just like I had to be there, so it makes sense. Like I had to go out. Like I still wear a mask. I actually got tested. I'm fine. Woo! I do get tested. We have to get tested.
Oh god. But yeah, I mean that's the cool thing though. I think locally right now, from the bands that I've seen, there's a couple of bands that are still putting stuff out and they're doing things.
Even single people, like musicians, like the solo artists are doing.
Yeah, I mean that's the fun part I think about this whole thing. I myself also, I've been doing a lot more shit with music since this whole thing started. Since I don't
covering up
do anything, been messing more, trying to get back into it. But I think that'll be the cool thing seeing after all this, how much new material I guess people come out with and how much new stuff people are going to
how much they're learning just to produce their own stuff. Because
that'll be the cool thing from all this.
Yeah, and don't say like, oh, it's because of the quarantine. Like I've been hating people that they've been painting, doing music production, and it's like, oh, it's because now like I've been creative. It's like you can be creative every fucking day of your life, just not because you're like I understand like being locked down, like it's cool that you're making stuff, but don't try to use this as an excuse like this is the only time you get to be creative. It's like just go like take 20 minutes out of your day and do something. Don't go and watch your fucking show. Don't watch your show and just grab your guitar or grab your pencil and draw or whatever.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had a little.
I know, damn,
I'm
man.
gonna go
Tell us how you really feel.
Oh, a lot of people I'll post I'll fucking call them out, but
all right, well let's not do that right now. But yeah, I mean that's the cool thing. I think we'll see with all this stuff, see all the cool things that people are doing. With that though, so one of the things I guess me and Alex kind of bonded over, the reason we all kind of became as good friends as we are, we started playing music together. We played in a band before, and the funny thing is, like I think we were in a band where we played a lot of pop punk, some screamo stuff, some little heavier things like that, but we still kind of have like different tastes when it comes to music. We have very like interesting tastes. So I thought it'd be funny or interesting if I maybe give him 5 songs every week that I think he needs to listen to.
Shit.
And then after he listens to them, we'll kind of go over like what he thinks.
Yeah, good, because I haven't...
Can't play him on here because obviously for certain publishing and...
Yeah, already went to a problem with that.
And copyright reasons.
That was not our first
I'm going to give him a list of 5 songs, and like if you guys know them, feel free to comment on what you think of those songs as well.
Fucking making me write shit. Yeah. Where's my pen?
We have to write it right now.
Okay, cool.
Because I don't want to. I'm gonna say the songs out right now so people kind of know. So the next time when we have this thing, we'll talk about the songs. These are songs that I've been listening to a lot of stuff every day. These are the songs some of the songs I think that I've been listening to a lot during this quarantine, and new stuff, old stuff. Actually, all these are new. All these are brand new songs that I think have been are really good. So the 5th one, I guess I'll go from like my top 5. The 5th one going down is a song called Sway by Luis Fonsi. This song is like a Spanish popish song. It was featured on this. It's kind of a cool concept of a show called I can't remember what the show is called. It's a show on Universal, NBC Universal, where they take up and coming songwriters and producers, and they kind of present their music to like big name artists, big name producers. They'll present a song to them, and at the end of the show, that songwriter decides, or
if he's gonna write it,
they decide which song they're gonna go with, and like actually make it, and then actually use it as their own and put it out.
Oh, nice.
So this song was actually from that. One of the guys, Luis Fonsi, picked the song, and I actually really like the song. I think it's really cool. It's really fun, puppy. It's a real summer song, so that'll be one of them. This other one, I already know he's probably not gonna like at all. It's called "Celebration Station" by Lil Uzi Vert. It's a rap song.
Actually, I don't think the first one, just because I know who he is, but maybe that one. I don't know.
This one I know he's not gonna know who it is, but it's by Lil Uzi Vert. It's off his newest album. I think this one I learned a lot of these songs from my little sister who's in high school and knows all these up and coming artists. So
all those SoundCloud.
When I hear these songs, I tend to like start liking some of them. This is one of them. Third one I think he's already heard, so he probably can tell us what he thinks right away. It's called Mind Reader by Day to Remember.
Actually, I haven't yet. I was gonna listen to it. I was gonna do it the other day. I was like, I was listening to a podcast.
Yeah, so Mind Reader by Day to Remember. It's one of their newest songs that they released. Day to Remember's been out for a long time. I think they're one of the bands that we both actually like. They're one of my favorite bands. Mind Reader. They released this song, I want to say, last month. It's supposed to be off their new album, which was supposed to be out last fall. Then it got delayed to like January, and now we have no idea when it's gonna come out.
I think they're just gonna release one song at a time just to
Probably,
show
but
it
I
up.
mean,
which makes sense.
They're saying apparently it's because of the artwork, that the artwork isn't ready yet. That they want to release it fully, all complete already, which I understand. But at the same time, I'm like, God damn it, I need the new album already. It's been too long. Especially because the first 3 songs that they released off the new album, I really like them a lot. They're all really good, so I'm really excited to see what this new album's gonna sound like. But yeah, so third song, Mind Reader by Didn't Remember. The fourth one, which I'm curious to see what he's gonna say, just came out yesterday, and I've been listening to it pretty much nonstop. I've been listening to it nonstop. It's called 5 More Minutes by the Jonas Brothers.
Not even surprised.
It's a really good, I think it's a really cool pop song. Not gonna lie, I'm a Jonas Brothers fan. Especially with their new stuff, I was actually fairly impressed with the new stuff. It's not as Disney as their old stuff. It's more modern, it's more adultish, it's fun. So
it's fun.
They're fun songs, dude. I love playing the songs. I forced them to learn one of them when we were in the band before. It's a fun song.
Oh yeah, I didn't mind that one.
But yeah, so that's the fourth one. The last one, he probably is listening to because I've already been bragging about it for so long already. It's called Clumsy by All Time Low.
Oh, I heard it, but I haven't paid attention. I liked it. I haven't paid
it's off All Time Low's newest album. They're actually the band I was supposed to go watch next month. It's off the new album called Wake Up Sunshine. They're my personal favorite band. I've been listening to them for a very, very long time. I think they're the band that kind of really got me into the whole pop punk scene. Even though the emo bands kind of took me first, but also I think really got me focused in more on this kind of music. So yeah, those are the 5 songs that I personally have been listening to a lot lately. One such as of yesterday, but these are kind of, I think, maybe something we might try and do in the quarantine songs that I've been kind of jamming to, and we'll kind of get Alex's take on the next video to see what he overall thought. But yeah, that's where we're going with that one. So we'll see what you think.
Oh shoot! Sorry.
Coming up for the next one. So yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of things we've talked about with this whole quarantine thing. With this podcast that we're doing right now, one of the things that we actually wanted to do that we started doing, and we're gonna try and keep doing, we want to kind of feature someone that's kind of like up and coming.
But before that, actually, I have a surprise for you.
What?
Ooh, surprise! I kind of mentioned it yesterday, tell you, I had the idea, a surprise. And we have our first sponsor of the show!
No, we don't. Are you serious?
Yeah, and it's a local spot. And I'm gonna give a thanks to a homie. I had to talk to him before all this, before we started doing the Mona and all that. And because I go there a lot, secretly. You guys didn't know. I'm just kidding. It's in my fridge. We got sponsored by a brewing friend of mine, Sheep Dog Brewery. Woo! We got 2 free beers out of this. We got some other stuff. Actually, if you guys hear from Paso, they are doing curbside pickup. You can get one of these 32 ounce beers cans of any other beers for $10. Starting at $10. I think the lightest one is like $9 though. But they're a local brewery. They're being open for about 5 months now, right here in Rosa. I should have wrote down the address because I forgot the address. It's 3900 Rosa Avenue, El Paso, Texas.
Well, actually, we'll put that in the video with the address.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna put
a link to their page.
And we're actually one of the ideas, the reason he wanted to do this and kind of support us more. I had talked to him that we wanted to record there, so thanks to him. We have beer. We have one of his newest beers. Nutty. What is it called? Nutty Sheep. Nutty Sheep. And
is it Natty Sheep or Nutty Sheep?
Nutty.
Nutty Sheep.
Nutty. So you can get some boss sack.
Well, that's awesome. Shout out to Old Sheep Dog Brewery. That's actually really good. They have really good beer. We've been there. I've been there a couple, I think twice. I know he's been there a lot more than I have.
Yeah, to the point that when we went together, it was like, how do you know the owner? Was like, yeah, dude, I've been here.
Yeah, it's actually really good. They're an upcoming brewery here. I suggest everybody go and check them out. They have some really good tasty beer, and shout out to them. Thank you for the sponsor. We appreciate that.
Yeah, we got that one and Aventurera, which is a white pale ale beer. I haven't tried them yet. They're new, so just check them out. And yeah, that's a surprise for now.
Well, yeah. So I mean, I guess with that, So the whole concept that we really wanted to try and do with this whole thing, the whole concept that we want to do with this whole thing, in addition to us just being dumb and talking about the things that we like on here, we wanted to also go out to local spots here where we're from, El Paso, Texas, and kind of feature people and kind of like try and get more people to see what's going on in the city. I always hear a lot of things of people saying there's nothing to do in El Paso,
like you mentioned before,
which is a complete lie. I'll be honest, I used to be one of those people, but I think as I started to go out more and meeting new people and seeing things.
I want to actually, like, not just because, like, I actually rather try it here. I want to try it a bit.
But yeah, as I started meeting more people, you find that there's a lot more things going on when you get involved with the city, and there's a lot of cool things happening, not only in entertainment aspect, but like, you know, businesses up and coming, local businesses, local restaurants, things that are, people are doing really cool things and they're trying to live out their dreams just like we always try to live out ours. So that was one of the things that we wanted to do with, if you saw the last video, we went out to Mona. We talked to them, get a little bit insight on what inspired them to open up the bar, the restaurant there, and kind of what their thoughts are on a lot of things. And that's the kind of thing we want to keep doing with this. We're going to try and reach out to some local artists, local friends of ours, see if they want to be featured on this in any way. And we'll talk to them, get them to talk a little bit about their art, whether it be art, music, film, anything that they do, or whether it be friends of ours that are actually brew beer, anything like that. We want to try and help people and get featured and get the word out a little bit more. With that, recently, Alex here had pretty much a really cool thing happen to him. He got to meet what we consider to be a local legend by the name of Will Cortez, who is a skater who's from here, right?
He was born here. He's turned 23.
Yeah, so he's from El Paso, and he's actually skating for the Mexican Olympic team.
Which I'm surprised a lot of people don't really know.
A lot of people don't know about it, and it's really cool because I think there's been a couple people from here that have gone to the Olympics, but I think just the fact that he's competing the first time that skateboarding is considered a sport in the Olympics. So that's really cool, and he's competing for the Mexican team, which is really cool, especially here in El Paso, being on the border. So Alex recently got to actually work with him.
Yeah, so I
collaborated with him. So
so I saw that I knew of him because of Brailleskating, which is a YouTube channel I follow a lot, and I like their.
Oh my God, that's really good.
Right? I didn't grab the nutty one because it's heavier and I haven't had anything all day.
Which one is this?
This is Aventurera. Sorry, I had to stop back and go back to our sponsor. But actually, it's pretty good, right?
Yeah, this is really good.
So 5.1% alcohol. So I found out about, like I said, about the Brailleskating. He came out on the episode feature. And
shout out to Braille. That channel's really cool.
They did the Braille Drop, which is the podcast they have. And he was the first guest, Will Cortez. And there, the first thing he said, like, yeah, I'm from El Paso, Texas. And I just had a moment, like, what the fuck? Like, why haven't anybody said anything about him? And I used to skate a lot. I still have friends in the skate community that they are great. Shout out to Jeremy for always being the one that still continues, even though we drink a lot. And I was just like, I talked to him, I mentioned it to him. He's like, no, I don't know who he is. Like, the name sounds familiar, because he grew, like, probably, like, growing up, maybe met him, like, skating in one of the spots. But, yeah, like, I saw that, and then I saw him posting after the whole quarantine thing happened. He was living in L.A. He's an actual instructor at the Olympus facility in L.A. He teaches younger generations to skate. He's a bird skater, so he teaches them how to skate the bowl, the ramps, and all that. And when he said that he was from El Paso, I was like, cool. After this whole COVID started, he announced that he was coming to El Paso, and I just direct messaged him. I was like, hey, dude, like, I want to collab with you. Like, I want to do a shoot, because if you guys have been following my Instagram, all my artwork, my illustrations, not artwork, my illustrations, I do the photography first and then turn them into illustration, because that's my specialty. I do a lot of those drawings are actually taken out for pictures or photo shoots that I set up. And not gonna lie, I was surprised, like, an hour later he messaged me. He's like, you know what, fuck yeah, dude, like, let's do it. And I work around his schedule. I told him, like, whenever you want me in, like, before, like, when you're free, I gave him my work schedule. And we meet up at the ditch right here on Altura and Arizona. Yeah, Altura and Arizona Street. There's a ditch that, if you guys don't know, we have a El Paso skate association here, which are turning like old ditches, like actual ditches, into skate parks because they make the it's like working and thing, make him work as a skate park so kids won't be skating like when I was doing it on the streets or like being in danger. But they're actually still functioning ditches. And we did the shoot. We spent about good thing there was the whole quarantine thing. It kind of sucks that it is that, but we were actually free. Like no one was there, so we were like it was just me, him, and another guy that was gonna record his video part. And we talked. I took a bunch of pictures like for 3 hours, taking pictures, and you can see I already posted 2 of the drawings that I did for him. He has posted them too, and I'm really thankful for that. Honestly, thankful for the opportunity. Thanks to Will for the opportunity. Just to actually working with someone.
Yeah.
Like not only like just thinking is like, well, he's like been doing great shit. Like he'll be a dick about it, but no, he's like really down to earth. He's been like I said, he's 23. He's been skating here for years. He moved to Dallas. That's where he started skating burp. I want to talk to him and see if we can like, get him on the show, or just even an interview, like a video of him saying what he does. Because I was honestly like, I'm more than anything thankful just having that opportunity. Just like I said, like I just want him to. I always want people to know who he is. Like he is from El Paso. Like I don't know why there's no news coverage, nothing saying like we have a local person going to the Olympics for a new sport that we still get shit about, which sucks because I used to get a lot of tickets growing up.
But yeah, no. So I mean, shout out to Will. I think that's really cool what he's doing. It's really awesome to see.
Come on the show.
All the things that he's going to do. Personally, I think we're both. Alex more so than I am. Yes, is into skating more so than me. I think we're both into skating. I'm not a good skater at all whatsoever. I
haven't done it in a while.
I try, but I can't do much. But I think we both grew up watching. I grew up watching skateboarding, especially with the Tony Hawk games. Used to play those things all the time.
Woo,
I'm
remix.
excited for the what is it called?
The remastered
version. But I think seeing that and like getting to see that there is someone that I guess he knows now, and that someone that's local here that's actually doing something with skateboarding and is actually it's a pretty big deal. I think people tend to realize how big a deal it is to go to the Olympics. It's very difficult to get into one of those teams and just being a national team.
Also, he's promoting that El Paso a lot because he's been like mentioning all the skate associations that we have here. And shout out to Crooks also. It's a local skate shop that I grew up going to, and he actually mentioned it too when we were talking that he's been like he remember just buying boards there. And yeah, Crooks has always been. They used to have an indoor skate park, and you should guys just go. If you need a skateboard, you need anything, go to Crooks. Support. Don't go to fucking Sumi's. Don't go unless you want a special design. Order it online from the actual skate company. Not just go and support your local skate shops.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a really good thing to keep in mind right now too. With all this stuff going on, definitely support your local shops. Everybody local, but
order food from restaurants here, fuckers.
Mona's food is really good. Just saying.
Yeah.
That Monte Cristo is bomb.
Dude, you're gonna go back and try the Comando.
But I mean, that Monte Cristo was delicious.
Also, I'm gonna put like the little pictures I took, some of the pictures here from what I took from Will and the illustrations. You can check it out on my Instagram.
But yeah, for real, if you guys are watching this video, check out Will Cortez. Check out his Instagram. We'll put his handle below so you guys can check him out. And yeah, I mean, that's one of the things we want to kind of do with this podcast, just kind of give light to the local people here in El Paso, kind of spread the love, let everybody see all the good things everyone's doing here around here, and hopefully we can try and make more people understand really that El Paso is a really cool city. It is home to a lot of us, so there's a lot of cool things happening here.
Yeah, especially I know like I've been getting, because I always post where I'm buying stuff from local spots, and I'm gonna tell you guys, like, honestly, just go and support him. Like I support like places I post is because I actually go there. Like like you can buy beer at the gas station at fucking Target, Walmart, whatever. Albertsons you can buy 6-pack of a good beer from Modern House, maybe if you got Modern House, which is a Texas brewery, for $10 there. But you know what? I rather go to my buddy at Crafting Social, Omar. Shout out to them. Go and buy beer from them, even though it's gonna I'll pay $10 for a 4-pack, but it's worth it. I'd rather pay the extra money to support a friend in a place that I actually enjoy going, even under normal circumstances, not just because they're my friends or anything, but I just enjoy it. We go to that bar. We used to go a lot to that bar. This also because it's walking distance from where I work, and it's just a good environment, and they have craft beer. So just go and spend that extra money. Don't you want a fucking burger? Go to the I don't know. Go to fucking Lucky's and buy a burger from there. Order an Uber. They're actually doing free deliveries. Favor Uber and DoorDash local spots. They're doing free delivery. So go and order. Like just don't think just because this is going on, you need to say, well, yeah, we need to save your money, but also go support the people that are out there. Because pay that extra $5, that extra $1, and keep our businesses up. Like go to juice. Like every morning, I get my fucking my morning shake from Juicer Plus here, which is awesome too. Good food too.
But yeah, so I mean, with that, I guess we'll kind of call it to an end. But yeah, so overall, guys, thanks again for watching, and we're gonna try and do this a little bit more out there. Like I said, we want to try and
at least twice a month.
We try and do this and ask some weekly of our friends to come on here and talk about what they're doing in the city, the cool things that's going on, and then
we're being safe, guys. Actually,
we're being safe. We're trying to social distance as much as we can. Keep that in mind as well.
Yeah, don't go out and hang out.
This whole thing, yes, it does suck, but I mean, the thing about this whole thing is stopping the spread. It doesn't matter if you're young and you'll recover. The whole point is to stop the spread. That's the danger part of it. So make sure you guys understand that. I don't want to get political. I hate talking about politics, but just keep that in mind. Stay safe. Take care of each other, and come back and check us out next time again.
And then we'll have other things we're working on. Honestly, this just before we go out, this past 2 months, is it already? Yeah. We've been working behind the scenes, and just want to say that this is not just for us. We want to do it for multiple people, like to get involved with this and promote stuff. But we have some other stuff cooking in the site that we've been looking around. And then just a quick shout out to Mike Cortez. He has a local podcast too, where he promotes a lot of local spots and local businesses. So go check out Mike Empire Strikes Back on your all Spotify, Apple Podcasts, anywhere you can get audio. And thank you for him for helping me out just to do just stuff that we're gonna bring in the future. We probably announce later. And once again, yes, thanks to Gus and Old Sheep Dog Brewery.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks again, Old Sheep Dog Brewery. Appreciate it. Beer's delicious. Check them out. But yeah, so we'll see you guys next time.
Bye. And yeah, that's it.